Backrestoration.com.
All right, 19 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Nice looking Tuesday. We got our eye on a storm out there in the Atlantic Ocean called Irma. And so I don't know what you got to do. You should prepare now. There was a story this morning about a shop somewhere where the guy supplies things for hurricanes. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's his specialty or he's just like one of those shops that has all that stuff. And he said stuff is still on the shelves. People don't normally get there until like 10 hours before the storm. And then everything goes at once.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. Absolutely nuts.
If you're going to prepare, you got to prepare now.
Yeah.
Laurie is on the phone from Bob Wine's Community Gardens and Nursery. Laurie Williams. Good morning, Laurie. How you doing?
Morning. Good. How are you?
Good. Isn't a hurricane a scary thing because you know about it way in advance?
Yeah, and then you still don't know exactly where it's going to go. You know, so you're still kind of watching it, trying to figure it out. But it does look like it could be pretty bad.
Yeah.
Wherever it's going to hit, it looks like it's going to do some damage.
I know, and it looks like the cone of possibility. Don't you love that expression, by the way? The cone of possibility puts us, Ocala, in the northern part of the cone of possibility. So it is possible that we'll be getting, and even if it doesn't come directly here, the outer bands will probably get to us, right?
Right, exactly. A lot of rain and wind.
So what do you guys do? I mean, you got a lot of hanging plants and wind chimes. You must have you have to do a lot of work just to prepare. And if it doesn't hit, then I guess all's well that ends well, right?
Yeah, exactly. We'll probably wait a couple more days and and watch it and see exactly and see what happens. And then if we have to, then we'll just have to start moving stuff in and laying stuff down. A lot of times we just lay stuff down so that it doesn't get wind whipped and blown over. It's better to lay it down.
Right.
And us being in control of it rather than the wind being in control of what happens to it.
Do you know what I wanted to ask you? There was a story the other day when Hurricane Harvey was happening that said that all hurricanes produce snow, and the snow goes up into the upper atmosphere, and then, of course, by the time it gets down here, it's rain. And sometimes that snow carries things with it because it's a flake. It's physically got a surface. Mm-hmm. So it could carry a seed with it. Okay, for example, whether it makes it down to, and so when we talk about invasive, non-native plants in our area, I've always wondered where they come from. Is that how they get here? They get lifted up off the islands in the Caribbean or something, and they bring them over here?
I don't know about that. I know, invasive plants usually produce seeds, and those seeds drop. Birds get the seeds and drop the seeds in, or they just they're already on a tree of some kind, and when they bloom, they produce seeds. Those seeds drop. Those seeds are where the invasiveness comes from.
Isn't
golden rain are really bad that because they're really invasive. So
I bet you when you were little, you were in the dirt all the time.
I was outside all the time. Exactly.
My
mother must have kicked me out of the house all the time.
Oh, really? The other day I smelled dirt. I was outside and I smelled dirt, and I said, "Wow, I haven't smelled that since I was a kid."
Yeah.
Do you have plants strictly for people that have vegetable gardens, that if they want to have a pretty border or something around them?
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of vegetable plants right now. We've got more coming in. Not a whole lot this week, but we will have more coming in next week. But we do still have tomatoes and peppers and all those kind of, starter plants to start your vegetable gardens with, rather than just having to start with seeds.
And do they grow all year round? Can you keep it going? Because we're here in Florida. Can tomatoes grow all year round here?
Yeah, you'd be surprised. We have spring gardens, we have fall gardens, but a lot of times if you keep it going through the summer months when it gets real hot, if you can keep them going, they'll last through the whole season. A lot of collards are that way. You can start collards in the spring and have them all year long, because you just pick the leaves off and use the leaves, and it kind of keeps on growing.
Oh, and then do you have different bug sprays depending on the different season because of the moisture?
We have different bug sprays, not necessarily for different seasons, but, with all the rain and everything we're having right now, everything's picking up fungus so easily. So we have some fungus sprays that you can use that are more natural, especially for your vegetable gardens and stuff. And then we have just regular fungus sprays. And some of the fungus sprays we have are systemic, so the rain doesn't wash it off. Some of the stuff, if it doesn't have a systemic in it, then you have to keep using it. But you don't really want to use the systemics on vegetable gardens, But for like your flowers and your lawn and stuff, you can use the systemic fungus spray.
Oh my goodness! And so systemic means it affects the whole system.
Right, exactly. The root system takes it up,
Oh, okay.
as opposed to just laying on the leaves.
You should see the size of my apple tree now. It's getting pretty big. I'm looking at it because it's only 6 feet away from me here. It is. It's going to be a tree. I'm going to sit under it one day.
It's getting
That's
fatter,
right.
I think.
Laurie, I don't know how old you'll be. I don't know how old you'll be in 10 years. I'll be 72. I'll be sitting underneath the tree saying, I started this when I was young, 62.
Exactly. Oh, wow.
Since you do have a plant nursery, do you have an overabundance of insects like butterflies and things, and all of the different varieties of birds? Since that's like
Yeah,
a
we
food
do. We have a
source?
lot of different butterflies around the nursery, and customers come in all the time and are just amazed at the butterflies that they see. And we have a specific area where we keep most of our butterfly plants and stuff in. So in that area, you'll see a lot of different butterflies and all flying around, and even hummingbirds from time to time. You'll see the hummingbirds flying around at the nursery.
Oh, speaking of
And
hummingbirds,
different birds too.
I got to put more hummingbird food in my thing.
Oh.
I got to get some more.
Oh,
What is
they'll
that?
be looking for it.
What is that powder? Is that just sugar? What is that? Can I make it myself, or do I?
There is a way that you can make it yourself. I haven't gone online to look it up, but I'm sure there is a way that you can make it yourself.
So I'll just come see you. If I just put
Yeah.
Morton sugar in there. Oh, Morton makes salt.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
won't work. That won't work. That won't work either.
Since the Labor Day holiday is done with, do you still have a lot of sales going on?
We do. We sure do. We've still got, we actually have crepe myrtles on closeout this week. We have 1 gallon crepe myrtles on closeout for 65 cents, which is like almost unheard of.
Wow, that's
and then
amazing.
we still have our azaleas, our ever blooming azaleas that are $3.99. We've got gardenias on sale. We've got garden mums coming in today. The nice big garden mums. They come in a 10-inch pot. We'll have yellows and pinks and lavenders and whites and orange and bronze. A lot of different colors of those coming in today.
I wish all
And,
I wish all of our advertisers knew the wisdom of what you're doing right now. If you're advertising something on the radio, talk about the product and talk about the price. You don't have to. That's the secret right there. Have you had people coming in just because of the radio, please, and just because you said the price was so low? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
And another thing that we've got coming in today too, I want to mention is milkweed, because milkweed is good for the monarch butterflies, and everybody's been looking for milkweed. It's a host plant for monarch butterflies, so we've got those coming in today too in 1 gallon pots.
I wonder how they get the word. I wonder how the butterfly gets the word. He's coming down from Michigan. I wonder how he finds out Laurie has plants in her yard.
Telepathically, they talk to each other.
Since it is getting on in the fall, is it still good to plant trees? Do you have trees on sale?
Yeah, we do. We've got good sales going on trees right now, and now it's a good time to plant trees because the weather will start cooling down, and the trees will get all their roots established through the winter months. Come springtime, they'll take off and grow. So you're a little bit further ahead by going ahead and doing it through the winter or the fall months, planting your trees.
And do they have to be fertilized?
Yeah, you want to fertilize them. Actually, September is a month to fertilize all your trees and shrubs. So if you need some fertilizer, you can always stop by the nursery to pick up fertilizer. We've got just regular, tree and shrub food, and then we have some special fertilizers that have bug killers mixed in the fertilizer, so it helps keep the bugs off of your trees and shrubs and stuff.
Do you know they were talking about putting a camera on a drone, because everybody has cameras on drones now, but during the hurricane it's impossible because the drone will just be destroyed. Okay, so I have an idea. Put a camera on a kite. You see, and then you just fly the kite with the camera on it, and it's not going to go anywhere. You got a big string on it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know why you need that, but I have an idea to fix this problem. So we'll fly the kite over wherever.
Are citrus trees still a good idea to plant now, or is that season done?
No, you can still plant citrus trees through September until the 1st of October. And we do have citrus trees, limes and lemons and oranges and tangerines. We even still have some cocktail trees where you have 3 or 4 different fruit on the same tree.
Oh, I love that.
That's almost
great.
like unnatural, isn't it? Isn't that the Garden of Eden gone crazy? Imagine if God said, "Don't eat the forbidden fruit." Which one?
Yeah.
There's more than one on this tree. Laurie Williams. Where is Bob Wine's Camelia Gardens? Oh my gosh, the time's up already. Where are you?
We're at 2610 Southeast 38th Street, which is off of 17th Street and Lake Weir Avenue.
Go to Bob Wine's.
And our
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Our phone number is 629-5766. And we're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 2.
Go take advantage of the good deals. Go see Laurie and say, I hear you on the radio all the time. Thank you, Laurie.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. Hurricane Irma is getting stronger, a Category 4 with 150-mile-an-hour winds tracking toward Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, then maybe South Florida. There's a state of emergency declared for all of Florida.
The forecast from Saturday onward is tricky, whether Irma moves into Florida or either side of the peninsula. Florida